thinking that you have to take others' advice and shit like that, and have to think and get back on in line. You know what I'm saying? So it may be a square is some external. So it may be something you even brought from external past life. You know what I'm saying? And brought with you because it was something you was attached to externally. So when it comes out representing in your lifetime in this realm of reality, it may you may have came in this realm of reality as Neptune squaring your Mercury. So now it's giving you illusions of your past life. So now you thinking you have to do that in this life, and then you see yourself falling short all the time. So like I said, the square is the learning process. You have to learn how to apply that with your thinking or analyzing. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that. But you know, with Mercury, these people are very smart because off the bat they're here to think and analyze. So anytime they get things, conversations, they want to. A lot of times the introverted ones, they're not even introvert. They just like to pick who they like to talk to or not like to talk to. And a lot of times they see everything from a rational past, present, and future point of reference. Like if you come across a person that's a Mercury in air, and you're always talking about they can talk about the past with you. They can talk about the present with you. They can talk about the future with you. But if you stuck in one of them, then that's when you may lose them. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you talk about the past all day, they're gonna be like, all right, let's talk about something else. All right, you talking about right now all day. All right, let's just get boring. Let's talk about what we can do. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay stuck in too much modes because what air is breezy. Air is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So a Mercury in an air sign, mind is everywhere. Their mind is everywhere. So it's like almost like you're trying to contain a mind into one spot when you're staying in one realm of reality. So if you're just talking about the past, that's like taking their air and trying to put it in one place. And they're everywhere. They don't want to just talk about that. They don't want to just think about that. They don't want to just be down all day. They don't want to just be up all day. They don't want to be happy they don't want to be sad all day. They don't want to be happy all day. They want to experience all these emotions. That's why a lot of times you may think an air sign is emotional, especially a Mercury in air, and they're not. When you start to tell them they're emotional, they be like, nah. Sometimes they just want to express the way they think and communicate. So if they catch a feeling that's a negative one, and they start throwing their emotional weight around, start talking too much, you might think that they're trying to make you feel sorry, but really they ain't. They just trying to make you think the way they think for the moment. You know what I'm saying? And then they may switch it up and laugh about that. After that, I'd be like, I know I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be tripping. You know what I'm saying? That's how air signs switch up. And Geminis will do that the most. Aquarius will do that up front. And Libras will try not to do that. But they are like that. You see what I'm saying? Libras try to be diplomatic. They try to want you to like them. You know what I'm saying? So they do things that's fair, that's balanced. You know what I'm saying? Geminis just all over the place. They might be this way one day, then this way the other day. Aquarius, they always that way. So you know what you're getting with an Aquarius. So it's either they're gonna communicate with you or they're not. You see what I'm saying? But they all dealing with communication. Now, when we talk about Mercury and Earth. Now, Mercury and Earth, these people always want to be practical. They always want to make sense. So they always try to take what they see and rationalize it. Like, how does this make sense? So if you doing something, and sense that's dealing with the five senses, this sense of reality, the senses of all realms, smell, touch, taste. So if you doing something in front of a Mercury and Earth sign that doesn't make sense to what y'all doing. So say y'all into a program. That means whatever y'all doing. Y'all playing a game, y'all at work, y'all walking outside, y'all going to the store, whatever program, you doing something with somebody. And within that program, say something doesn't make sense. So say y'all kids and y'all walking to the store and y'all walking on a sidewalk. So within that program of walking to the store, it doesn't make sense to walk in an ongoing traffic street to go to the store. You wait till the streets pass. So that's like if you doing something in front of a, now this is, I know this is a lame metaphor, but it's trying to make sense out of the senses. Mercury and Earth signs, if you doing something that doesn't make sense in whatever program y'all in, then the Earth side is going to rationalize it first, practicalize it, see why doesn't it make sense. Either try to help you or criticize you. You know what I'm saying? And that can go hand in hand. Criticism helps, and helping could come with criticism. You see what I'm saying? So that's how Mercury and Earth sides come across. Now, it has to make sense, but it got to depend on what program, what realm of reality y'all in. So if y'all at work, y'all trying to get a job, everything has to make sense. So it's hard to come across a earth sign, a Mercury and earth sign that doesn't make sense. It's easy to come across a Mercury and fire sign that doesn't make sense. You come across the way you easy, like if you ever came across a person and be like, man, this only thing this person think about is what they can do, or what they about to do, or themselves, or shit that they don't get, or how they about to do something, or this, that, and third, or they what they can do, or something like that. 9 times out of 10, that's a Mercury. You're talking to a Mercury and fire. You know what I'm saying? Now you come across a person who always want to express their emotional stance on things, or how they feel, or they come across like they really care, and things like that nature. Or a lot of times they can carry on long conversations, but it has to be something about something that happened, or something that brought pain, or a memory, or something that's a memory, and that's a Mercury and water. You know what I'm saying? If you come across somebody who's always just thinking and analyzing, period, and they just feel like they can talk about anything, it could be just a person who just spark a conversation about anything. You'd be like, y'all be talking about one thing, and then this person will switch up and say something else. That's a Mercury and air. You know what I'm saying? Now Mercury and earth, a lot of times, those don't even make sense. Because a lot of times a Mercury and earth will come across a fire like, okay, yeah, I know you can do that. I know you talented. Like when a Mercury and earth come across a Mercury and fire, they'd be like, okay, yeah, I know you talented. I see your expression. Yeah, I see where you can go. I see your potential. I see you inspire me. But how we gonna get this done? Let's think about how let's get from point A to point B. Let's take that talent and boom, 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 boom. That's why, boom, that's Mercury and earth right there. Boom. A Mercury will look at a Mercury and earth will look at a Mercury and water. And Mercury and water be expression like, dang, man, I did this today and this fucked me up, so I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I need to do this. But man, how I felt about this when I was like that, the Mercury and earth gonna sit back and be like, all right, that's cool, but that don't matter. Let's just get this done, and you know what I'm saying? And we'll think about that later. You know what I'm saying? Because how we feel about it right now ain't gonna change nothing. But if we do something right now, or act on this right now, then boom, that's how the Mercury and earth going to react to the Mercury and water. This is why Mercury and waters need Mercury and earth. Now Mercury air sign may be having a bunch of ideas about past, present, and future. Like, man, we can do this, we can do that, but I want to do this and do that. But yesterday I did this and did that. That's why if I do this tomorrow, I'm going to do it this way. Because today I did it this way. That's why I remember last year I was this way. You know, so the earth side will be like, man, all those cool, but let's implement some of these things. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the earth. Now where the other signs may be lost, where the Mercury and earth may think that they're somewhere, but they lost. The Mercury and fire gonna be looking at the Mercury and earth like, okay, yeah, you got all these ways of how to do this, but let's get that done. Like, all right, that makes sense. But you not doing that. Yeah, you doing that, but you're not expressing your talent. Or why you not expressing yourself? Or not why you not going all out of what you can do? Yeah, you got money. Like this, the Mercury and fire looking at the Mercury and earth. It's like, okay, yeah, you got money. Or yeah, you know those connects. Yeah, you know those people. Yeah, you got this status. But why you ain't showing what you can do? Why you ain't showing your expressions? Why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Now Mercury and water will be looking at the Mercury and earth and be like, okay, yeah, you got the status, you know, with point A to point B, but none of that don't mean nothing if you ain't emotionally attached to it. Like, what does this mean to you? What do this card mean to you? You got all these cards, but what do the card mean to you? So you might as well get rid of them, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. You can save your money and boom, boom, boom. See, that's where the Mercury and water that's where they can help the Mercury and earth. Now the Mercury and air, I'll be like, yeah, that's a good idea, but you've been at that job for a minute. You can extend that job and add on to this and add on to this and have a big old conglomerate and not just have one thing. You know what I'm saying? Boom, that's where the Mercury air help the Mercury and earth. So, you know, they all helped each other. You know what I'm saying? I like how to break it down, how they all helped each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it's no lack. No one need one more than the other. You know what I'm saying? They all elements need each other because all elements together is creating this realm of reality right now. And all these rituals and magic tricks that these guys did, that we're up under, the Elohim, in this realm of reality, we're coming up with ways to do these rituals ourselves. And our collective conscious itself is is keeping intact this illusion, this realm of reality that we see in all the elements interact with each other and just exchange with each other, and creating the visions that we see and the feelings that we feel and emotionalize with. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you intellectualize, you know, as a Mercury. If your Mercury trine another planet, then that's going to be the gift you got. Like if your Mercury, say your Mercury trine Venus, then with your Mercury trine and Venus, what happens here is you have the gift. The way you think, communicate, rationalize, and analyze, you're going to have the gift of being diplomatic, being harmonious, being fair, being compromising, being loving. You know what I'm saying? Being appreciative, being loving in your way of communicating, your way of thinking about others, and even your pleasures. Your pleasures is always on your mind. That's the gift you have. So you know how your gift could be negative and bad. All gifts could be bad or good, or opportunities, or conjunctions or oppositions. Conjunctions is like your powers. You know what I'm saying? Say you got Mercury conjunct Saturn. You know what I'm saying? And the way you think and communicate and analyze has the power of being stable, being in this reality, being able to gain structure. So you're able to gain structure in your life by the way you think, the way you communicate, the way you analyze, the way you learn. So you're able to take that, all the things you learn and how you think, and you're able to somehow gain structure in your life by these things. Get some type of titles and some type of degrees and shit like that. So, you know, it's a lot of things. Mercury is how you actually rationalize and analyze what you see, which is actually your sun. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. Goddamn.